Hello there. Just wanted to walk us through an example of how you might use a program like Canva to create a digital expression. Now, when you log into Canva and really any of these programs, you're going to get a variety of options. You can make a video, you can do a presentation, a poster, an Instagram post, and you want to think about what is it that you feel would best capture a representation of the way you're thinking about the article. So you've already read the article. You know what the information in that article is. You know what the key points are. You know how it's challenging you in your teaching. You know how it's supporting you in its teaching. And you have that central takeaway. Now we have to think, well, what's the best way to represent that in a story or even a photo collage, an Instagram story? You have a lot of options here. And I think what I'm going to go with, actually before that, if we look up here, you see you have different options here. So here's different types of presentations, social media, video, even marketing in terms of making a business card or a poster itself. So we have a bunch of different options to choose from. This is where that planning or that visualization comes into play. So how do you best visualize the key points from the article? How do you express that challenge? Do you need to talk about it? Maybe you need to do a video. Do you want to identify it with some graphics and some words? Then you might do an infographic. You want to kind of think about the best way to do it. How do you tell that story? Looking under marketing, and I saw a menu. So I'm going to create a blank menu. I'm starting with a menu, and you'll now see you've got some options over here. Am I making a diner menu, a cafe menu? And you have some different templates that you can work with to fill in. And until you get comfortable, you may use a template or two. Like here's one for me that I can now modify. I'm starting to do that now. I'm going to create a menu for an article called Curare, or the Curare method, from Bill Pinar. So you see I've got the name there, I've got the title, and I've started to fill in some other aspects, but I can't read that. So if we go down here, we can zoom in and actually work a little closer. And you can see I'm playing around with the words here. So at the heart of Curare are 4 turns. It's a method of thinking about ourselves as educators biographically. And you take 4 turns. And so I've got those 4 turns here. This image doesn't really work for me though, so I need to remove this image and replace it with something else. So there's no option here to replace it. I'm just going to delete it, and then I'm going to add my own image, and I'm going to drag it from my desktop on, and I'm going to resize it. So here is an image of the 4 turns, and you can pay for any of these 4 turns, $5 for the regressive, $10 for the progressive, all down. And so now I don't have the descriptions here, but I do have the descriptions here. So just like on a menu, you'd look at a picture to see what that means. Well, here's a example of what that picture might look like if you're ordering off the menu. Continuing to work on this, I've completed some more writing in there, and then I've represented the strengths. So the 4 turns is represented here. The strengths, which are this personal, active, culturally competent, adaptive, and evolving critical interdisciplinary thinking. So the strength is really in the thinking. And so I found a picture of me that I've created before about me thinking deeply about, and what I might even do is drag in another picture of this and see how you can layer these items together. And so you've got your strengths, and I need to add in here it's personal thought, personal thinking, and then I need to modify that. It's personal thinking, it's active thought, and I can go in here and I can change this active thought right like that, and I can make it all line up still. And you can blend these images and these words together without necessarily writing it all out. Challenges I feel about the Curere method is that it's the teacher's thinking, but it's not necessarily taking action. It's susceptible to bias. It depends on the teacher's drive and their honesty. And will they actually follow through? Oh, look at this. I misspelled it, so we hit the H. And then I've created this picture here that I'm borrowing from something I've built before, and I dropped it in because this is the hope, but the challenge is, will the teacher really take on all these different ideas as they make their way into the classroom after participating in the Curere method? And that makes me actually want to change this now to be the Curere method. I need to shrink the size of that, or actually I can just move. See, and you can move these around a little bit and make everything fit again. There it is. But it's still missing something. And I think what it's missing is perhaps some form of explanation, which on a menu may be the about page, about the restaurant or about some of the cuisine itself, which we can now add. And I'm thinking a video or an audio of me talking about the overall benefits of the article would be good. So there's videos that they have pre-made. I don't want those. So I'm probably going to upload my own. And I can link to a Google Drive where I may have a video already loaded and ready to go. To your account this way, and you'll see, oh, I have a lot of different accounts, don't I? So I allow it, and now I can pull on items that are actually in my account. Drag and drop, and then drag this onto here. Oops, I dropped in two. And then we need to add some more text so that I can give it that nice about page, but we don't want to do that. We want it to match, don't we? So I'm going to copy this font and I'm going to move it down here, and I'm going to call this about our article. And then I might even, so I've got the about our article, I've got the video, and I have the citation, professional APA citation here at the bottom. I've also highlighted this, and up here you can add the link. So that link will actually now take whoever clicks on it to the article itself. And now I have to share this. How do I share it? Well, you can copy the link to an edit, use as a template, or just to share a link to view. So you always want to make sure you share a link to view and you copy it, and then you can send it out. And that's what I'm going to do with this right now. I'm sending this to Taylor as an example of how you can share. And instead of edit, just a view and send. Get that link, it looks like this. Everything's here. You can click over and it starts to play the video. Or I can click here and it will take me to the actual article. I hope this has been helpful for you to think about the way you might do this. Another program that's similar is Adobe Spark. It's now called Creative Cloud Express. But again, most of these will let you pretty much do whatever you wish to try and create. They give you a lot of options. They give you a lot of opportunities to really kind of pick and choose your way forward. Again, this is Adobe Spark, and it just said, do you want to use a template? And I shouldn't have said yes. In fact, I'm going to go back because I want to just show you all the different options you have, and it's going to become whatever you're most comfortable with. And you can kind of float around and see what's out there. So thank you so much. I hope this has been helpful.